Greetings, car fanatics. Today we're going to be working on the 997. I'm going to be showing you how to clear the different body drains on the car. That way, if it rains outside, water doesn't back up inside your cabin. You want to do this periodically. I'd say at least every 1 to 2 years, you want to check these drains and make sure they're nice and clear. But I'm actually going to show you how you can permanently modify them so you don't run into this issue in the future. Before we get started in this video, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not. This is really important so I can continue to make new content for the channel. So at least what I've discovered on Porsches, you have your sunroof drains here, which are the main culprit for water intrusion inside the cabin if you don't keep them clear. Now it's really hard to catch this on camera, but you have a drain port in this corner, and then one on the opposite side, and then two in the back. And they're actually hard to see, the ones in the back, because they go pretty far back. But there's a tube that runs all the way down here, and it comes out the back of the rear wheel well over there. And then the sunroof drains in the front just go down the A-pillar over here, and then it meets somewhere, one of the bulkheads up there in kind of the front fender area, and then the water drips down from over here. And in addition, I'm going to show you how to clear some bulkhead drains up in the front right in the battery area, and water can actually build up there if you're not careful as well, and that can cause electrical issues as well as water getting inside your cabin. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We're starting with the front body drains. Open the hood, then remove the battery cover panel, which is held on by 2 twist clips. Next, remove the adjacent panels. For each side, lift up the skinny plastic trim, which is held on by Velcro. Lift up the plastic panel and remove it. Alright, we have all of the plastic panels out of the way. Let's go ahead and see where all the body drains are. The first body drain is on the right-hand side of the vehicle near the strut tower, and it's easy to spot. And look how dirty this drain port is. Now if this port becomes too clogged, water won't actually be able to drain out. So there are 2 ways to clean out the drain port. The first and easiest method is just to use your finger or a long object. Just push it through, move it around, and all of the debris should fall out. And as you can see here, the drain port is now perfectly clean. So let me show you the other method, but for that, let's move on to the second drain port. The second drain port is located on the right-hand side of the vehicle, but it's closer to the battery and the firewall. So for this drain port, we're actually going to remove it and modify it to prevent future issues. First, you want to work the drain port loose, and then when you can get a firm grip on it, pull it out. However, when you're doing this, be careful that you don't end up pushing the drain port down into the hole, because if this happens, the drain port is going to fall through and go who knows where, and you probably won't be able to get it out. Alright, so after some wiggling, we're able to pull out the drain port, and boy, look how much debris is in this drain port. Porsche designs these drain ports to allow water to drain out, but it's there to actually prevent insects and other pests from crawling into your vehicle and nesting inside your car. Well, it's good that Porsche thought of this. Most people actually just encounter drainage issues rather than pest issues, so we're going to take care of this by modifying it. So take a pair of scissors and just cut off a little bit of the tip. And just by cutting off a little bit of the tip, you can see here that the opening is considerably larger than it was before, and this is going to let more debris pass through and prevent it from getting clogged in the first place. Now let me show you where the remaining 2 drain ports are. They're on the left-hand side of the vehicle. The next one we're going to look at is right next to the left-hand side strut tower, as you can see here. And then the last drain port is underneath the steering column, closer towards the battery and the firewall. So go ahead and just clean this out as well. And if you want to snip off the tips, again, you can do that. Alright, so now that we've taken care of the front body drains, let's move on to the front sunroof drains. We're going to start by cleaning out the drains. What we're going to do is pour warm and soapy water down into the drain tubes, and this is going to help break up any debris and prevent them from getting clogged. So for each front corner, pour this warm and soapy water as directly into the drain port as possible. Just start with a little bit at first, because you want to make sure you don't have a clog. If water comes out from underneath the car, continue to flush 1 liter of warm soapy water through the drain hose to prevent the drain hose from getting clogged. If you don't see water draining out, take some weed whacker string and then stick it through the drain port hole. Once you get it down as far as you can, just move the weed whacker string up and down. This is going to help agitate the debris and help loosen that up. Now some people use compressed air to clean out these drain ports. This is a really bad idea because if you do have a blockage, you could actually break the junction where the drain tube meets the sunroof frame, and if that happens, you have a big repair on your hands. If you do have a blockage, the warm and soapy water plus a weed whacker string should get rid of that issue. But let's say in your situation it doesn't. You're going to have to attack the clog from the other end of the drain hose. We're going to need access to the front wheel wells. You want to remove the wheel, and then once you do that, we want to access the front wheel liner and just remove the rear portion of that. It's just held on by 2 Torx screws and 1 plastic 10mm nut. With these things removed, we can peel back the wheel liner, and let me show you where the front sunroof drains exit. As we look up here, you can see that it's this rubber grommet over here with a little hole in it. You can use a pipe cleaner to clean out the tip, and after that, take some weed whacker line and then run it up as far as it can go, move it around to help break up the blockage. However, for most people, if you add the warm soapy water method to your annual maintenance regimen, you shouldn't have to clean the drain hose from this end. You should just be able to run that warm soapy water each year, and that should get rid of any dirt and debris that builds up each year. So perfect, now we have the front drains all nice and clean. Let's go ahead and take care of the rear sunroof drains. So unlike the front sunroof drains, you can't see the rear drains from the sunroof. And it's also very hard to pour soapy water into them. You're more than likely going to get that water inside your car instead of actually into the rear sunroof drains. So we're going to take a different approach here, and we're going to attack these drains from the exit points. And just behind the rear wheels, you can see the drain ports here. To access them, however, you'll need to fold down the heat shield just enough for you to access the drain ports from the bottom. So as you can see, the rear sunroof drain ports use the same design as the front body drain ports. You want to take your fingers and massage the tip of these drain ports, and this will allow any debris that's actually trapped in that port to come out. There's actually the sunroof drain tube that is on the other side of that drain port. What you want to do is take weed whacker string and run it up the drain port, and just be sure to get the weed whacker string, and this should take care of the rear sunroof drains. And finally, if you want some extra precaution, you can again modify these drain ports by cutting just a little bit of the tip off. Alright, car fanatics, so we're all done. Let's go ahead and put the wheels back on the car and get the vehicle on the ground. Alright, car fanatics, so that's how you take care of the different drains on the 997. You definitely want to do this every 1 to 2 years and just check it out. Make sure there's not a lot of dirt and debris. Just use that hot soapy water to kind of break up that dirt and debris, and then go through with the little weed whacker wire and agitate it. And that's going to help you keep those sunroof drain hoses clear. Well, thanks for watching, Car Fanatics. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to hit that bell notification icon so you're notified each time I upload a new video. And if you're looking for more DIY content, take a look at www.ecarguides.com. Thanks for watching.